Okay, today we're going to have a quick look at Microsoft Forms, which you can get to by typing forms.microsoft.com into the address bar, or you can access from any SharePoint or Office 365 page that has the waffle in the top left-hand corner. So if I click on the waffle, then I'm looking for the one that says Microsoft Forms. There we go, the F1. Okay, so we're now in Microsoft Forms, you can see from up here, and you can see that I've already got a number of forms created, mainly used up until now for surveying. So I've done a survey on OneNote and various other things with my classes and students. Today we're going to use it to create a flipped learning quiz. The idea is that you would send this out before the lesson with a bunch of questions and information for the students, so that they've already thought and engaged with the material before the lesson. So I can create one here by clicking on New Quiz. I'm going to give this form a name. I'm going to call it TMX Microsoft Forms Flipped Quiz. And I am going to give it a description. Okay, if I click in this little icon up here, I can search for images to include. So let's include one on flipped learning, just to make my presentation look nice. I think that one will do. And let's choose a theme that goes nicely with my color scheme. I'm going to go for this green and brown one. No, I'm not, that's horrid. Let's go for that one. No, let's go for that one. No, let's just go for green. Okay. This little icon up here allows me to add an image or a video to this question. Now, I haven't finished my video, but I'm going to be using this button to add it in, and I just need to put the YouTube URL in there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do later. So when you watch this video, it will already be there. Alternatively, I could add an image, and I can pick that from my OneDrive, or I can use this search tool like I did earlier to populate it. I'm also going to make this question required. So you have to answer this one before you move on. And then I'm going to move on to my next question. So I've got this other little box here to add another question. Now I've got 5 different question types. I've got a choice, which is going to be a multiple choice question like the one above. Text will give you a text box that you can write your answer in. Obviously, because it's marking these and you have to write what the correct word is, I wouldn't make that too long, so probably like 1-word or 2-word responses is best for that. Rating, you can give something a ranking from 1 to 5. Date is you can get the little calendar date picker up as your response. It might be good for a history question or something. And then down here, my window isn't quite big enough, but there's one for ranking as well. So that's when you have 3 or 4 or 5 responses and you put them in order of importance. Maybe I'll put one of those in the quiz so you can have an idea. Okay, so I'm going to make another choice question, and my question is going to be, which of these best describes flipped learning. Now I'm going to stop recording here because I don't want to give away all the fun. You can do the quiz yourself in a minute. Okay, I've written all my questions now. There's just a couple of other things I want to show you before we wrap up. Firstly, you need to indicate which is the correct response if you want the quiz to be marked and the score to be assigned. So I'm going to make this the correct response here, and then you can also assign a number of points. I've done 1 mark for most questions. I'm just going to put 2 in that one, so they have to watch the video and answer the question, so it's worth 2 marks, and that gives me a nice score out of 10. I can shuffle the options if I want to, so if people are doing the test next to each other, they can't just kind of lean over and see which option the other person went for. Everyone's questions will be shuffled. So just makes it a bit harder if you're in a kind of a group situation for people to copy from one to the other. Okay, I've finished my quiz now, so I'm going to share it with my students, or in this case with the teachers. So I'm going to click the share button. Now you can see you've got some different options here to share this. Either I can just copy the link up here, just click copy, or I could create a QR code and have that embedded into a flip chart or something, and the students could come and capture that with their iPad, or I could embed it in a web page, or I can even email it. I think what I'm going to do is just copy the link today, and then what I could do is I'll just show you what it looks like for the students. So this is my completed flip learning quiz, and I have now embedded the video into the form. So you can see it looks quite professional, all very easy to use. You just click on the response that you want to for these ones. A few of my colleagues have kindly given my flip learning quiz a go. You can see I've got 7 responses already, and scrolling down here you can see they've answered the first 4 questions without mistakes, so that's pretty good, as one person hasn't answered that one correctly. But the questions was this one really that needs the most explanation when I get the group in class next. You can see they all felt it was a very good tool for flip learning, and one question that came up from it was, can the results be exported to Excel? And of course they can. So that was a good question, which I can then prepare my response for in the lesson. If you'd like to try this Microsoft forms yourself, I've included the link in the description below, so just follow the link and it will take you through to the quiz, and you can have a go yourself to see what the questions look like. I've also included a link to the results section, so you can also take a look at how Microsoft Forms presents the findings to the teacher. This is just a summary link. You get more detail if you're actually the owner of the quiz. If you found this video useful, please do click like. And if you want to subscribe to my channel for future updates and more videos on Microsoft Office or Microsoft Office 365 for education, then please click the button below. I've already posted up some videos on Microsoft Teams that you might enjoy, and there's also 1 or 2 about OneNote. So keep an eye on my channel, subscribe, and perhaps see you next time. Bye-bye.